Ladies and gentlemen, we have to once again revisit the Megan Thee Stallion Klay Thompson breakup.
Again?
Now, a lot of people had high hopes for this relationship because of Megan Thee Stallion's past with, Tory Lanez and the fallout of that. And of course, Klay Thompson, maybe he wanted to settle down. He has all these accolades and championships under his belt. He's been in the NBA for a while, and maybe he wants a woman under his arm, right? Or at least that's what a lot of people thought.
He's right, you know.
Unfortunately, that was not the case. Now, the speculation, because we don't have proof, Megan Thee Stallion posted some on her IG, Klay Thompson posted some on his IG, okay? The speculation is that there was some infidelity on maybe Klay Thompson's part. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now know the reason, or reasons, plural, why these two individuals did not make the cut long term. Would you like to know what it was, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm going to tell you, it is not only infidelity. And some of y'all women are going to get triggered. So for the Megan Thee Stallion fans out there that's going to watch this, here is my trigger warning before we get started, okay? So we're going to jump right into this. Of course, before I do, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to further contribute to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I implore you to go down below, hit that join button, become a part of the working man union. Hit that hype button. That will help me out in the algorithm. Please do that if you will. If you got any points, do that for your boy. And as always, hit the Cash App, like Dr. Umar said. Hit the Cash App, $sign Mr. Normie. So let me make this a little bit bigger for y'all again. Shout out to Daily Mail, okay? And it says exclusive. Inside Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson's relationship, his alleged slurs about her, claims of paranoia, and why they split. Well,
Enemy spotted.
Let's read some more, y'all. This was published at the time of this video, the 13th of June, 2026. Let us continue. Cheater. That was a fuming Megan Thee Stallion brand, Klay Thompson, after she shockingly revealed on social media that they had called it quits. The Savage rapper, 31, alleged via an Instagram story in April that the pro basketball player was unfaithful to her and added, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment toward me during your basketball season.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Now you don't know if you can be monogamous.
City boys!
B, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. Now, of course, we all thought because Klay Thompson doesn't speak a lot, he's quiet, and because he's light-skinned, that people thought he was a nice guy, right? But we all know now that he was actually a toxic brother. And well, Klay, we also thank you for that. Hey, I'm just saying, I gave you a trigger warning already, okay? All right? Now, a source close to Thompson, 36, has exclusively revealed the offensive comments the NBA star allegedly made behind Megan's back, prompting questions about his true intentions with the rapper. Quote, he was never over her and didn't want to be with her, the insider said. I think he wanted to break up with her for a while, but just didn't know what to do. Where is it? Man, okay, all right. A second source, however, admittedly disputed the claim that the Dallas Mavericks star ever attempted to end the relationship, insisting Klay never once tried to break up with her. All right, okay, so some people say he did, some people say he didn't. Let's continue. You see all the pictures, right? They were out of star-studded and all that good stuff. And of course, she was big up him on social media. But we all know now that Klay Thompson, he's secretly a toxic bro, okay? We know that now. The reality is Megan ended their relationship after she discovered that Klay had been cheating on her, the insider further alleged. The first source said they were made aware of Thompson trying to contact past flings before he and Megan officially split, but they were unable to confirm whether the NBA star ever cheated. Well, wait a minute. I'm late on that one. Okay. So Klay Thompson was trying to contact some past folks he had been involved with. Now, whether he actually physically cheated, maybe we don't know. But of course, if you're trying to do something behind your significant other's back, that is usually constituted as cheating. Correct, ladies and gentlemen? The relationship was seemingly doomed from the start, according to our first source, who described Thompson and Megan, real name Megan Jovan Ruth Pete as two very different people, with the athlete allegedly making that known to those close to him. Well, I would agree they were different people. Klay Thompson still seems to be a quiet guy, even though, again, we know he does his thing. And, of course, Megan, she's a more outgoing, more extroverted type person, right? We understand that. They claim Thompson has talked badly about Megan behind her back, including secretly expressing disdain for how loud the WAP rapper can be. Yeah, we saw that one clip where she was like clapping in there, some kind of award ceremony they were at. He was just kind of looking, and she was like, man, I think she was singing or something. Anyway, he definitely looked like a fish out of water at that point. I can't believe it. He was like, she was just so ghetto.
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I was over the ghetto-ness, the insider alleged. The way she speaks, the way that she acts. I'm hit it one more time.
Bitch, ain't no way.
Man.
Ain't no fucking way.
I'm going to read that back to y'all once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let that sink in. Let it simmer in your spirit, okay? He was like, she was just so ghetto. I was over the ghetto-ness, the ratchetness, okay? The insider alleged. The way she speaks, the way she acts. So not only was he, reaching back to some past flings, shout out to AC, reach back, but he was also tired of her personality, if you will, because I don't know how she acts, behind the scenes. Allegedly, Klay, that's how she acts off camera, right? But in front of a camera, she's loud. She's boisterous. She talks loud. She has that hot girl, hood personality. I believe she's from Texas. I believe Houston, to be exact. If I'm not mistaken, y'all let me know down in the comment section if I'm wrong. But her personality is very much extroverted, and I guess she's a rapper. That's how she has to be, especially she's a female hip-hop rapper, okay? I assume that's how most of them have to be anyway. And, Megan, with the WAP and how she hangs out with Cardi and everybody else, at least that's what it looks like on the outside. Her persona is that of someone that is, in the streets. Thompson, who has been a professional basketball player since 2011, has a reputation for being introverted off the court. The first source even went so far as to describe him as awkward at times. Well, we've seen that again. We've seen that on camera, okay? In some moments where she was being loud and he wasn't. It looks like, oil and water together. You see what I mean? When he went public with his romance with Megan in 2025, fans online questioned whether this was a case of opposites attract or a mismatched pairing, given a hot girl summer rapper is known for her outgoing personality. One such example is the viral video from her inaugural Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala, that's what I was talking about, which showed Megan happily singing along to a performer while Thompson simply nodded beside her. The clip sparked online buzz about whether the couple was built to last. And, we know that they were not. They were not built to last. Which, again, in my opinion, and a lot of people, this was doomed from the start just based on personality alone. Not to mention, again, we didn't know how Klay really was behind the scenes. There we are. Here we are. Despite their starkly different personalities, we were told Thompson eventually developed real feelings and wanted to make it work because he wants marriage and kids. And you chose Megan, huh? The first source said the shooting guard even purchased a larger multi-million-dollar property that he and Megan were supposed to live in together. However, that insider claimed that Thompson often felt lonely when he was at the lavish residence because the Grammy Award winner was always busy traveling for work. Quote, he kind of felt abandoned by her, the source claimed. He went to all these places to support her, and then when he was off over summer, she was nowhere to be found. He felt like she never made an effort. The insider then surmised that Thompson is not used to being in a serious relationship with such a high-profile, successful celebrity and is probably used to girls revolving their lives around him. Now, of course, this is going to be used against Klay Thompson and men in general because like, oh, well, he couldn't handle the success of her. Maybe he was intimidated by her and things like that, right? Because they always talk about how men can handle women's success. Well, again, you know, success for women, in my opinion, doesn't work the same as success for men. Okay, so, well, I don't think it was intimidation. Again, this is a mismatched pair of people. Now, you can say, well, he used girls revolving around him, blah, blah. Well, I mean, he's $1 million ninja. What do you expect? You see what I mean? Meanwhile, the second source pointed out, quote, it's hypocritical for Klay Thompson to complain about her work ethic when they're both public figures who travel frequently for their careers and each strive for excellence in their profession. Now, that's another perspective, okay? And I wouldn't disagree with that either. He always knew she was never going to be a stay-at-home partner. They added of Megan, an award-winning musician with a global following who recently starred on Broadway. That's just true. She recently starred on Broadway. I think it is at least semi-successful, not fully successful. And again, she's a full-time hip-hop artist. So no, she was never going to be a stay-at-home girlfriend or whatever you want to call her. I would say partner because we're in 2026. Whenever Megan was in town, the first source claimed she would often document their dates, something that allegedly irked the pro baller. Yes, this is the new culture we're in, where everybody has to, you know, videotape their dates. They have to videotape the dinners and the outings that they go on and the cars that they ride in. They're hugged up together. Nothing is private anymore, especially when you get to this level of success. And with a woman like Megan, her personality is on the camera all the time. Okay, so yes, I guess that's also the place that they got with the key here, and they're both holding the heart together. Oh, how nice. That was nice, wasn't it? Fans got to see them out on a golf outing, cozied up on romantic dinners, doing workout sessions, all via Megan's social media. Thompson appeared like a willful participant in the clips, which fans enjoyed because they got to see another side of him. Well, for us men, we were basically telling Klay Thompson to blink twice if he needed help, because we all knew that was all for show. He probably felt uncomfortable a lot of times because of his personality. He doesn't do a lot of stuff, in an outward way like that. So, I don't think he was really comfortable. I think he was doing that like a lot of us men, a lot of us normies. We do this stuff because our woman wants us to do this stuff, not because we're really into it per se, but it makes her happy, so we go along with it, right? We're like, willful idiots sometimes. Like, okay, you know what? That's what you want to do, baby? Okay, cool, whatever. We'll get on camera, we'll freaking grin and go through it, and then when we're done, we can finally thank God that's over, right? However, behind closed doors, the first source claimed he tried to do it for her, but it was annoying to him. He's not a big poster, very to himself and private. Thompson also allegedly felt like he could not live a normal life with Megan because she was so often surrounded either by an entourage or security. The first insider claimed that whenever rapper battled feelings of paranoia stemming from her traumatic 2020 Tory Lane shooting incident, for which the latter was found guilty and is currently serving a 10-year prison sentence. Wait a minute. Let me read that again because I think I lost the context. The first insider claimed that the whenever rapper battled feelings of paranoia stemming from her traumatic incident in 2020. Got it. The source claimed Thompson once said she would not shut the... That's not the right one. God, man. Now, that would definitely know any man to be talking about your past dude, right? The source claimed Thompson once said she would not shut the F up about lanes. Man, He allegedly also said she always felt like people were out to get her. She needs security wherever, even in remote places. But the second source insisted that conversations Thompson and Megan had pertaining to Lanes 33 rarely happened. Of course, these are probably two sources. One's on somebody's team, one's on the other team. So I get it. If anything, she vented and leaned on her partner for support, as anyone would in a relationship. The second insider further explained, noting those talks only occurred when Megan would see false narratives circulating about her on the internet. Well, whether you want to call them true or false, they're definitely everywhere. They're still there. Okay, she's not going to ever live that down because of some of the mysteriousness and nature of the situation. Because even though this man was convicted, Tory Lanez convicted of 10 years in prison. Okay, there are still some details about this incident that I would say don't all gel together, if you will. But anyway, when the first source was asked whether Thompson ever discussed his alleged frustrations with Megan, the insider claims the athlete doesn't like confrontation, like most men, right? You know, they just want to be happy, they just want peace. I think anyone who knows him would know that he's not who he is to speak up. The source added, he says what he feels, but he's not confrontational. Given all of the grievances, Thompson apparently hid from his now ex. The first source called into question why the Maverick star embarked on the public romance. Well, I would assume probably because he didn't think it was going to be that public. Now, of course, he is a public figure, so we do understand that some of his relationship would automatically be public, but he probably didn't think that it would be as much public as it turned out. The insider claimed that Thompson, who is black on his father, Michael Thompson's side, and white on his mother, Julie Thompson's side, struggled with identity issues regarding his race throughout his life. Now, I understand that. He's a mixed individual, so I get that. The source implied that Thompson dated Megan, who is black, to gain acceptance from that community, meaning the black community. He's always trying, quote, he's always trying to be in touch with his black side because all of his teammates didn't come from a privileged upbringing. So he tries extra hard to be in touch with the black culture. They claim he's very attracted to white women.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Wow. Ah, man. Klay, I'm going to say this right here. How old are you now, bro? If you're still trying to gain acceptance of the black community, if the black community or your friends or whoever you associate with, whoever you work with, in the league, your teammates, if you're still trying to prove your ethnicity, your blackness, man, stop it, all right? You came from two parents. You can't change that. If the ninjas aren't going to accept you, do your thing, man. Date whoever the hell you want. If this is true that you dated Megan just to be accepted, you failed. Okay, even more so because now they said you was cheating, which I guess you got caught. So now you really shunned from the black community. Now they're gonna be questioning your blackness again, right? So just do what you do, man. You can't please everybody, and you damn sure can't please ninjas sometimes, right? So just do whatever you're gonna do. And Megan, if you did this as a jump off or a rebound from Tory, okay, if you did this to kind of make yourself have some kind of wholesome, outlook with your fans, whatever. This was also a bad look because you choose this ninja. You was better off getting somebody like, I don't know, another hood ninja. That would have fit better than Klay Thompson. What? I mean, people think he's a square on the outside, even though he's not on the inside, behind closed doors. But on the outside, people think he's a square. I mean, come on, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, and he likes white women. Okay. Thompson's dating history consists of a mixed group of women, including comedian Hannah Stocking, who is white, Laura Harrier, who is biracial, and Coco Jones, who is black. So there we go. He likes all the spectrum, all right? All the spectrum. There you go.
Nick, you're stupid.
There you go. He loves everybody. Regardless of the alleged motivations, the first source claimed Thompson became excited about Megan and definitely liked her at first, but after a while that faded. I'm sure he did like her until, she opened her mouth, but that's, whatever. The first source concluded they could not have been a more opposite couple. Thompson has yet to publicly address the split, including the cheating allegation, which he probably won't until maybe he retires. However, in a statement first obtained by the Daily Mail back in April, Megan said, "I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiables for me in a relationship. When those values are compromised, there is no real path forward. I'm taking this time to prioritize myself and move ahead with peace and clarity." The rap superstar has also since released a new song entitled Wifey S, in which she raps, "All that wifey S is deleted. Put that S to bed," along with background vocals that say, "That man ain't ish, that man ain't ish." The Daily Mail reached out to Thompson and Megan's representatives. The end. So what do we get out of this, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I guess allegedly Klay Thompson, the dog, and Megan Thee Stallion, she doesn't know how to pick well, which is some women. I'm not going to say all, not all, but a lot. Okay? She picked, for whatever reason, she picked this guy, Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson went with it for whatever reason. I think they both chose wrong. Megan chose a guy that she thought was sweet, but he really wasn't. And Klay Thompson went with this thinking that, well, this might be a good thing. And inevitably it wasn't, because his personality isn't hers. All right. So they weren't that they probably had very little in common. So this was doomed to fail from the beginning, like a lot of us been thought. But hell, what's a good laugh, right? We all like seeing the train wreck. You know what I mean? We all like watching the plane crash. We all like seeing the car wreck. So here it is. The wreck. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson's breakup relationship. There's the wreck right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you love it? I do. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about all this new information that you just heard, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it this far, let me know what you think about all of this, the cheating, the liking the white women, the ghetto-ness, the hoodness, the light black skin, conflict, how she was paranoid about Tory. Let me know about all of this down in the comment section. And please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and the hype button on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.